So, did you have any mindset rituals that you practiced, let's say, on race day? Let's say it's the Olympics, right? Sochi.
Yeah.
The morning you wake up. Maybe your mindset preparation happens even as early as the night before. But walk me through race day. You getting your mind ready, making sure no doubt creeps in. What does that look like?
So I have a very different mindset than most people. Almost all the people I ever competed against, and even my teammates, race day, they're normally very serious. And that's definitely not a bad thing, but that just did not work for me. If I was too serious, I would just overthink things. And so for me, it was just about staying loose.
Okay.
So just joking around and just treating it like every other day.
Yeah.
And that's, for me, that was the most important. And that was the thing that I really struggled with my teammates and other athletes that I competed against. It's like, you're like this 365 days or 364 days out of the year.
Right.
And then you're going to change your personality the day of your race. Like, that just didn't make any sense to me, because the way we train, we train to make everything as realistic as possible for our race.
Oh, right.
Okay, so why change your mindset to being like super serious and like no 100% focus? And I'm not saying focus isn't good. I focus as well, but I just had to stay loose.
Yeah.
If I got serious or stressed, like, that was the worst for me. I would have the worst results if that happened. So for me, I really had to just pretend, sometimes actually really pretend like it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
Or just kind of realize, like, all right, yes, it's the Olympics, but it's not going to make or break your life, regardless if you get dead last or first.
Right.
So just kind of putting everything into perspective was also really important for me, as far as not freaking out.
Right.
Being able to put my best foot forward and having a really good performance. Just really just taking it easy. I normally listen to a ton of music. I'd even listen to comedy sometimes.
Oh,
just to get loose. One of my big race day rituals, especially the last probably 3, maybe 4 years.
Yeah.
I'd watch a lot of like Ric Flair promo videos. Just get super loose, but like also get amped at the same time.
Right.
Just not take yourself too seriously.
Right.
Like I said, it was speed skating. Like, yeah, it was cool, but it was literally speed skating. So it's like let's not make it bigger than it actually is.
Right. So staying relaxed seems like it was very, very key to you.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
When I was stressed, I felt like time.
Tight.
I feel really tight, but I feel like time would pass a lot faster.
Oh, sure.
And I wouldn't prepare, so I wouldn't do my normal, because I'd be stressing the entire time.
Yeah.
So if I could stay relaxed, like, everything just kind of fell into place.
Yeah.
And then probably my biggest race day ritual actually happened the night before.
Okay.
Right before I went to bed, I would know my pair, so I know who I'd be skating against at that time.
Got it.
Because we normally get the pairs the night before.
Oh,
I would know what lane I was in, starting in, so either outer or inner.
Oh, sure.
And I would go through the entire race, like, in slow motion in my head.
Got it.
I would be, in my head, I'd be at the rink that we were racing at, in that lane.
Yeah.
Knowing my splits or what I wanted to hit through the race.
Yeah.
My split times. That was probably the biggest thing for me. So when race day came the next day, I had already done it.
Got it.
That was one of the things that probably helped me the most.
Got it.
So.
Got it.
And I knew if I could go through the entire race in my head in slow-mo, that I had the focus that I needed.
Right.
There was a few times, probably more often than not, I would get halfway through the race and then I would start thinking about something else.
Right.
And I would have to start that race over again until I finished it. So.
That makes sense. Gotcha. Okay. So when do butterflies kick in? Like, when you're on your way to the stadium, or when you arrive at the stadium, or when you're lacing up your skates? When do butterflies start kicking in?
It's for me, it was different every time. Sometimes there was very few times where I wasn't nervous. I was almost always nervous.
Sure.
But I would probably say like the night before was normally when things would start. When I'd start visualizing the race in my head.
Yeah.
That's kind of when I was like, okay, now it's like, that was kind of the cue for me. Like,
sure.
This is go time. Like, we're about to get in the ring. like this is gladiator stuff. Like this is when things are really going to happen. That was kind of the cue for me. Like, all right, this is race mode. Let's get a really good night's sleep here.
Yep.
Let's get organized. Make sure everything's ready to go for the morning, and then just depending on where we were.
Yeah.
We would race at different times.
Oh, right.
In Holland, speed skating is massive. So if we were in Asia, we would have to basically race prime time in Holland.
Oh.
Or if we were in the United States, we normally race prime time in Holland. So it wasn't like we raced or had competitions at the same time every year.
I didn't realize that.
Every World Cup or every World Championships.
Yeah.
The Olympics are a little bit different because
Yeah.
the Olympics are worldwide, but for 99% of our races, it was kind of based off of, well, when is it prime time in Holland? So,
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow. Do they do that for, like, let's say the Olympic basketball team when it's prime time for us here? Do they take that in?
Probably not. Well, maybe. Well, most of the Olympic stuff, if you're watching it in prime time, it's not live.
Right.
For the most part.
Gotcha.
It's almost always reruns.
Okay.
The Olympics is kind of separate because the Olympics is the Olympics. And
Yeah.
It's a worldwide thing.
Right.
But normally when like I said, when we have like a World Cup or a World Championship,
yeah.
The Dutch invest so much money, and they're the only ones that send like international TV crews to film everything.
Got it.
So like, and they have such a big stake in the sport that it's kind of based around them.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. All right. Well, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to hear about a nightmare story. I know nothing about it, but we're going to hear about the nightmare story and the lesson that Jonathan was able to learn from it, so you're not going to want to go anywhere.